Hello everybody, this is Dagos Zeta, and peace can only be achieved through belt-fed automatic weapons. This is a pretty snazzy walkthrough, Resident Evil 3. It's an A rank walkthrough, and the requirements for that are, I believe you're only supposed to heal like a certain amount of times, and first aid sprays, you can only use like one of them or something like that. And you have to beat it in under 2.5 hours, which is false information which is the walkthrough that originally was telling me what these parameters for doing so are. Said 1.5, which that was garbage. But yeah, guys, so right there, it's actually quite hard to dodge that guy, even if you do successfully pull off the dodge maneuver on him. Like, while you're trying to get past him, he'll still like get back up and take a bite of you. So it's just shoot him a couple times to knock him over, and then you can easily get past him, because we're not necessarily trying to kill anything. Only things that are definitely going to be in our way, which there's actually quite a few of them, but like, honestly, I'm going to prove to you that to beat this game in under the time, you can kill stuff. It's not one of the things where, oh, if you waste time killing stuff, then you're gonna lose. You're gonna run out of ammo. Honestly, in this game, they were far more generous with the ammo than they were in the first Resident Evil. And also, considering I'm more familiar with the remake version of the first Resident Evil, where I think ammo is even more scarce in that game, and the fact that zombies come back as Crimson Heads. Trust me, killing stuff in this game is it's like, I'd actually recommend it in a lot of places. Alright, but here, warehouse key, where they just kind of put it up here so they can give you a seat up here. This is also, they're introducing you to a new concept in this game, which wasn't in the first two Resident Evils as far as I know. Actually, well, it might have been the second one. Definitely wasn't the first one. 2 is the only one I haven't played. Obviously, if you've been one of my subscribers from earlier on, you know I've played Resident Evil 4. I've talked about Resident Evil 1 a lot. I've played that. And 5, there's so many complaints I have about 5, but I'm not really gonna get into that. But actually, the biggest complaint I'll say that is Jill. She looks like Zero Suit Samus. Yeah, because when you see Jill. First one is they ruin her by giving her long hair, and like long hair and a ponytail, which I mean, I guess one of their points is the fact that this game, like Resident Evil 5, took place like 8 years after the first Resident Evil, and the fact that, or at least the part where you see Jill with her long brown hair, which is the second time you see her, she has blonde hair for some reason, and the fact that she's wearing a baseball cap. I don't know. I really think they screwed up Jill in that game. It's just kind of, yes. But the gunpowder system, what I did with the reloading tool is, right there is pretty much, if you use the gunpowder there, then you're pretty much, once I do it there, you're pretty much set for the entire game. And there's these random moments where the zombies are really persistent, and I kind of thought I would pull off the dodge there. Because the dodge works one of two ways. It's either press the pull out your weapon button while you're just standing there, or while you have your weapon out, you can press the shoot button, which I really like. Once again, I really thought I'd get there. Yeah, this is one of the places where I would endorse using your gunfire, because it's really there's enough enemies to be a problem, and it's almost impossible to run past them in these tight corridors. And I've always found that even though it's supposed to be they're programmed to use their acid spit thing, which the zombies do while they're on stairways, I find that when going down this stairway, more often than not, they will bite me anyway, and that's really annoying. Alright, so there we got the lighter oil, which it's going to use to be combined with some item that we're going to pick up a little bit later. But it's really not there. Also, one thing I've noticed is that when I record commentaries early in the morning, when I'm a little more tired, my voice sounds a little deeper, and I'm less hyper if like I feel like I don't do as well commentating stuff when I'm hyper. I mean, maybe I have a little bit more fun doing it when I'm hyper, but it's not about fun. It's about quality. I don't know. But yeah, so also if you might have noticed earlier when I went to the item box, I took the boutique key, which frankly, this is one of the things that cost me like a minute or so. Not a minute or so, like not even a minute. I figured just because I can, like there is enough time for me to go in here because there was a 5 alternate costumes and you just unlock them by beating the game a bunch of times. Yeah, depending on what grade you get in the game, you unlock a certain number of costumes. I thought it was you have to, like, if you beat it on this rank, you unlock up to that costume, and you have to beat it higher to get more costumes. But no, okay, right there, that was the downtown map, which frankly we don't need because downtown is just so small. There's absolutely no point in having a map of it, and the fact that there's not really many places that are hidden. And okay, so if you go down here, you're gonna see one of everyone's favorite characters. He is a total wuss, and I'm hoping at least one of you guys by now would have seen the Resident Evil 1 abridged series that me and Narber are making. We have, as of the time I'm commentating this, we made at least episode 1. Yes, and one of the big jokes we had in the first episode is the fact that Brad is a total wuss, where he's like, "Oh, shoot it up, gonna run." Yes, all right. So, frankly, that lighter there, it does not work without the lighter fluid, which was pretty much. I'm sure like a lot of like speedrunners of this game who try to do it in like less than 1 hour or stuff like that. They'd go down there, not shoot any of the zombies. Yeah, that was a mess up on my part. But they'd go down there and not shoot any of the zombies, and then what they do is just grab the lighter fluid and be on their merry way. And oh yeah, that was a pretty skillful dodge in my part. But yes, you know, I think it probably would have been better if we just went out the door that was originally. Actually, no, that's slightly. I find it slightly harder to dodge the stuff if you go that way. But frankly, and not frankly, it's just the way it is. It's really more recommended to dodge than kill stuff. I mean, I said there are going to be times we're going to kill stuff, but there's going to be plenty of times where we're just going to be running past, I guess it's safe to say, large amounts of enemies. And yes, alright, here's one of those situations where you probably will have to kill someone. I mean, I think the people I killed in this part here were not as necessary to kill as some other ones. Like, and it really had, if the zombies get too close to those exploding barrels, then you'll start locking onto them more than you would to the barrel. And I think the reason I killed these guys is because there's 2 red herbs like down this pathway here, and red herbs are probably going to be one of your primary methods of healing, because I think the game takes less points off for healing with herbs than they do with first aid sprays. Why? I have no idea. Yeah, so this is the only reason you need the lighter, and you use the lighter like one more time later in the game, so they just keep it there the whole time, and you should probably be wondering, oh, what the heck is this for? They're never gonna tell you until you get there. But fortunately, what this game does, I think the original Resident Evils did so too, was if you get to the point where you don't need an item at all anymore, they'll say, oh, you don't need this item anymore. Would you like to drop it? Alright, so that flaming area, we're going to be actually going into it later, but on the side of the wall there was this little section there you can put the fire hose. Yeah, you have to get a fire hose and put it there, and then it puts out the fire, and that's the place we need to go to get an item later, which it's really not a major place, but the item is required to progress further in the game. Alright, and here we're going into the police department, and that will be the next video. Okay, guys, I hope you've had a nice day. This has been Dago's Sid, a pretty snazzy walkthrough. Alright, guys, have a nice day, and I have a new little picture here. Alright, see ya.